Super Bowl presented by CDW, back with you on a beautiful night in South Beach, getting you set for the big game on Sunday, just 3 days away now at Hard Rock Stadium on what will be the 6-year anniversary of the Seahawks' big Super Bowl win against the Broncos. It's a big day for Russell Wilson, who spent part of his day today with David Carr.
I'm not as big on social media, but I did baby announcement.
Yes, that was huge. Yeah, that's such a blessing, man. It's exciting. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Had it not been for Patrick Mahomes last year and Lamar Jackson this year, I'd probably be congratulating you on back-to-back MVPs. That's how I felt about it. Is that at all frustrating?
Man, the games continue to evolve, man. It's been cool. It's cool just seeing guys make plays and do some special things. Patrick's been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lamar was special this year too as well. You always want to win MVP because it's a thing that kind of recognizes the best players. But just to be in the conversation is a blessing in itself. And so hopefully we can find a way to make it happen.
Well, even just watching you play and breaking down your style of play, there's something that comes up literally every time we talk about your guys' games. It's your ability to play above the X's and O's and do things outside of the normal script of the offense. And that's what I love about you and love watching you. And just tell the fans a little bit, how does that work?
Well, I think the first thing, man, is I think a lot of people think that it's kind of pre-planned. And it's not. It's not. It just happens. It's just, okay, time to make magic. Let's go do it.
Right.
And so as it's happening, I just try to find my playmakers. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Hollister had a good year. You find those guys. You find those guys get open constantly and working hard. And I tell them throughout the week and throughout the offseason even, like, we're going to have 80% of our plays, maybe a little bit more. 80% of our plays, though, are going to be the plays that we script and we work on and just drop back and that normal thing. But 20% is the part that we can either be elite or we can just be really, really good. And it's time to be elite in every category, and I think that's the key is as we try to make things happen, that's really critical.
It's a mindset because those guys are ready for it. They know that you're going to try and get it.
And the defense hates it. I think that's the thing.
For sure.
The defense, they can't plan for it. They don't know.
It doesn't work out like it was on the whiteboard. Like the coaches go in, they script all these plays, and we got this dialed in. That pass concept we're going to nail, and then you go out and you do something special like that. And talk about like DK stepping in and being a big-time threat for you guys and really helping your pass game. What have you seen from him that you're really excited about in the future, next year?
I mean, he's the Rookie of the Year type talent. He had a really special year. He can do a lot of amazing things. He's a playmaker. He's going to be special for many years to come, and it's going to be really cool to watching him do his thing.
So doing special things in and outside the playbook, you've played the San Francisco 49ers. Had things gone differently in Week 17, not to bring up old stuff, maybe you'd be doing something different today. But when you look at their defense and you see Patrick Mahomes' ability to move around and make plays, how do you see that translating?
I think the first thing is, can the offensive line of the Chiefs, which is a really great offensive line, can they slow down the 49ers defensive line? That's the key to this game. Because if they can slow them down, then Patrick Mahomes gets outside the pocket, has a little bit more time to decipher who he wants to get the ball to, and then great things happen. But if the defensive line can get to Patrick early and often, then it changes the game, and really it gives obviously the 49ers the advantage to be able to do what they really want to do on offense too as well. That's to be able to run the ball and play action when they can.
When you look at the game, you've played against obviously the San Francisco 49ers twice this year. Didn't play the Chiefs, but how do you see it working out? Super Bowl prediction?
I'm going to make the game interesting. I'm going to go 27-21.
And
I'm going to go to the Chiefs. I'm going to go the Chiefs.
27-21.
I'm going to go the Chiefs.
You bummed out the 49er fans that are hanging out here.
Yeah, I know.
Actually,
it's going to be tough, though, because Sherm's such a playmaker.
Yeah.
But, it's hard to bet against Sherm. He always finds a way to do something really crazy out there.
Never
saw him intercept that ball down the field at the end of the game. He knows he got a good knack, especially in scramble modes like that.
Yeah.
But I just think they have so many weapons.
That's the thing,
for the Chiefs. I mean, they got Kelsey, they got Tyreek, they got Mahomes, they got the running backs, they got receivers, they got everybody. So that's going to be really interesting. And I think what's going to be really critical is how Garoppolo plays throughout the game early on, because it's both quarterbacks' first time playing in the Super Bowl, really playing in it, and so. I think who can calm those emotions earlier?
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so to calm emotions, a lot of times you throw on some noise-canceling headphones. Is this a ploy to make it easier for opponents to come into play by going and hooking up with Bose and the noise-canceling thing? Talk a little bit about that. Are you trying to work against the Seattle Seahawks? I don't think that you are, but just tell us a little bit about why you're here.
Well, no, for me, I've always been a music guy. Ever since I was a little kid, I used to go to Peyton Manning Passing Academy in Louisiana, and I used to rock out to music with my dad. I used to listen to oldies.
Sweet.
Obviously with Sierra, we listen to music at our house
For sure.
all the time, and we watch our shows. We like to watch our shows on television, so we're constantly have Bose around our house. But
nice.
For us, with the for me in particular, with the Bose noise canceling headphones, the 700s, I listen to pregame. It kind of brings. I listen to my gospel music. I listen to my music that kind of just brings me to the right place, and I just stay in that zone pregame, and I'm just grateful that whole day. And the music helps get me there.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Glad you're a part of that. Glad I got a chance to talk to you.
Yeah, man, for sure.
It's fantastic. Thanks for cruising by.
Thanks for coming by my locker, brother.
Exactly. It's really cool. Thanks to you. Back to you.
Russell Wilson, one of a few people, will be on the lookout for it. NFL Honors on Saturday. It's hosted by Steve Harvey. It will be on Fox at 8 p.m. Eastern. But before the envelopes are opened, NFL Network's going to roll out the red carpet with Super Bowl Saturday night starting at 7 Eastern right here on NFL Network. All the red carpet interviews from your favorite players and the people that we expect to get the awards. As for who those people are going to be, I think we all agree on the MVP, right? Lamar Jackson. Yep. Is it going to be unanimous, you think?
I don't think it's going to be unanimous just because of the guy that David just talked to, and that's Russell Wilson. Because when you watch what Russell Wilson did this year, he was special too. And he was up there halfway during the season as possibly being the MVP too of what he did with the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm saying he will get a couple votes. But Lamar Jackson, we all seen what Lamar did this year. It was absolutely special. And I know everybody's saying, man, they built around him. But what he did on this football field this year, running the ball, passing the ball, being a leader, just dynamic, man. And you can tell that this Baltimore Ravens team fed off him all season long on both sides of the football, and it's well-deserving. He earned it. It is his for the taking, but unanimous, I don't think so.
I just heard a big trust from the crowd behind us.
Trust.
There you go. We're all on board here with the Ravens. What about the Defensive Player of the Year, Willie? Who do you think that goes to?
I think we got one Patriot fan back here, and he's wearing the jersey number 24, Stephon Gilmore. They call him Gilly Lock. Mr. Gilly Island, give him his own island. He had 6 interceptions. He had 2 pick sixes, and he led the league in PBUs. When you talk about a guy who plays the ball, his skill set, high point the ball, right there, closing speed, getting to the receivers, not getting a lot of pass interference, lockdown corner. He's probably been the best lockdown corner on a consistent basis for the last 2 years. Stephon Gilmore had a great season. Nobody's perfect. I know he had a couple hiccups here and there, but when you needed somebody to take the best receiver out of the game, you were calling his name.
What about Coach of the Year, JJ? I think this one's tough.
It's very tough, man. So many coaches had a great year, man, getting their ball clubs to play at a high level, but you got to go with Kyle Shanahan. The Niners are here because of what he's been doing on the offensive side of the ball. Every time we talk about the Niners offense and the run game, we show these crazy designs that Kyle Shanahan is putting together, and he's been doing it all year long. I mean, this team right here was at the bottom of the division last year, and now they are here playing in this game at the Super Bowl, and it starts with the head coach. But he has been absolutely special. The designs that he's been able to design up to be able to get this offense to play at a high level, making it easier on everybody, not just Jimmy G, everybody on that San Francisco 49ers offense. That's why they have so many running backs balling, because he's making it easy on everybody.
It really is crazy. Just 4 wins last year. They had the 2nd pick in the draft, and they're in the Super Bowl. It's never a good sign for your organization if you're picking that high in the draft. But maybe when you get a guy like Nick Bosa, it is, who could turn things around dramatically on the defensive side of the ball, and he was awarded for his efforts. Today we found out he is the Pepsi Rookie of the Year. His brother Joey was here on Radio Row walking the trophy around. It's a matte black trophy, pretty cool. Apparently Joey is going to be there to give that to him. Will Nick also be bringing home Defensive Rookie of the Year honors?
Listen, he's not my Rookie of the Year. My Rookie of the Year is Max Crosby from the Raiders.
Really? Over Bosa?
When you look at what Max Crosby has done, you probably can't name too many people around him on that defense. He has more sacks than Nick Bosa. He has more forced fumbles than Nick Bosa. He has the same exact tackles for loss than Nick Bosa, and he doesn't have all the talent that's around him, and he has more pass deflections than Nick Bosa. Max Crosby was a problem all season long, and he did not even have the pieces on the D-line that Nick Bosa has around him. And yes, he was not in a lot of primetime games. He wasn't on TV a lot. Everybody didn't get to watch him play. But if you turn on the tape and you see what he has done, he balled out harder than Nick Bosa did this year.
Wow, sounds like you've been watching a little defense, JJ.
Always.
These are all valid points, and I know that David Carr, just off camera, enjoyed that entire argument on behalf of the Raiders.
Yeah, because he played for the Raiders.
Would they, if Max Crosby won Defensive Player of the Year, make it a clean sweep on the offensive side of the ball? They also have a candidate. Who do you like there?
I do. I like Josh Jacobs, but I don't think he finished strong. He's a really good back, and he put the run game on his back. He did get hurt, and then you got Kyler Murray. But my guy is A.J. Brown for the Tennessee Titans. He had over 1,100 yards in receiving. He had 8 touchdowns. And when you talk about from the week 12 to week 17, when they really needed to make big plays, nobody had more receiving yards than he did. Remember, they went into New England. They had big games. They went down to Baltimore and knocked off the #1 seed. Because of his production, because of the way he caught the ball, and you see what he's doing right here, one of the toughest receivers to take down. He's a monster. He's the reason why they had a lot of success offensively.
One of the things he does well.
He picking the wide receivers up here. I see you.
One of the things that he does well is yards after the catch. That's something that this whole rookie class does well at the wide receiver position. Take a look at this tweet from Next Gen Stats. These are the top receivers in terms of yards after catch per reception in the whole league. This is not just limited to receivers. The top 3 just happen to be receivers, with 2 that we'll see on Sunday in this game, Mecole Hardman and Deebo Samuel.